today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the New York Jets taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot?
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. With a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Going up top. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing.
And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The kick by Crosby is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they have 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Wilson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. 7 yards, the pickup there.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. Touchdown! Randall Cobb. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 133 yards.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter. that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
47 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now. Okay, so they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. So here are the Packers now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Well, he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They go back to the ground with Jones. Down to the 25. Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call him, the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first half, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level.
Touchdown! He's got it at the 2. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now a throw here to his running back. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Koo for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out, looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Quick slant to Crowder. And And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a first down throw, complete downfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
That's caught right side by Amari Rodgers. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down. And Crosby puts it through, and that'll bring him back within a point. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers would tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. First down, Jets. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On second and very short, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe he starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he was at Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how his first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. On the slant, he's got Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Wilson. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Murray. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And this one is right through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Kenny Clark coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. Again, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. Touchdown! Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in a masterclass right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
A gain of 3, second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Second down, another shot for Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Jets. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run on first down. Callaway. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Cole, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On first down, Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Rodgers now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. Touchdown, Packers. Big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have done it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Callaway evades him at the 20. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a give, right side. Callaway, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Green Bay's offense ready to go again, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From the 27, Rodgers. Flushed out right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. And that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they will take a knee here. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they'll indeed take a knee. It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Green Bay,